Hey Porters, welcome back to PBN News. I'm Jaden.
And I am Brianne. At the end of the month, we say goodbye to our beloved seniors. Their last day of school was Friday, May 23rd, which was also senior sunset from 7:30 to 10 p.m. at the Porter Stadium. Their graduation ceremony will be held at the Porter Stadium at 4 p.m. on May 31st.
As this chapter comes to an end, a new one begins. We wish all our graduates good luck. This summer, the Lockport community offers many internships and job opportunities that students can apply for. For more information, check out the Student Splash page.
Vocal Point placed 4th at the International Championship of High School A Cappella Finals in New York, with Gabby Costello receiving a well-deserved first-place finish on her solo performance.
On May 1st, Lockport students participated in the World Language Soccer Tournament, where students from language classes at both campuses participated in 4 soccer matches each. The teams that participated were Spanish Heritage, Japanese, German, and French classes. Out of these teams, the French class won with an impressive 4-0 record. We would like to congratulate all participating students. All proceeds raised from concessions were donated to the school fellowships. Let's take a quick look.
And our German club president last year, Brendan Kaup, came to us and said, I think this would be a really fun idea. I've heard of other schools doing similar things. Can we make this happen? So we kind of came together as a committee and worked through it and found ways to do that. I think anytime that we have 100 or so kids coming together in one spot and from really different interests and backgrounds, I think that's always a good thing. You know, just getting to know people in a fun way, in a casual way outside of school.
Well, I think it will kind of bring all the language students together more by having them play in such a fun game together and competing against each other. And then I also think even though there's competition, I think that it'll still kind of have everyone kind of get to know each other even though they're all from different language.
La verdad me parece genial porque es recreativo. Invitan a personas de todas las comunidades que aprenden, que vienen aquí, conviven, comparten. Están todos los maestros y estudiantes y es bastante lindo la verdad.
I'm really excited because the students are all coming together for fun and for soccer, but also to represent their language that they're studying or that they speak. I just really think that this is a really cool event that will keep bringing them together on the court, off the court, in the classroom.
It's cool to see the camaraderie and to see that during these events, these students come and support each other.
On May 7th, Lockport hosted an art show showcasing student art created throughout the 2024-2025 school year. Our awards ceremony was a success, with many different categories of artwork being displayed. Here's a brief highlight of the show.
So I know yours was in Gallery 7.
Congratulations to all who participated in the 2024-2025 art show. Now, as we come to the end of the school year, we are also coming to the end of Read for a Lifetime. As it has come to a close, we celebrated all that has brought us together. On May 16th, we had a Read for a Lifetime celebration at Central Campus. We would like to recognize all of those who participated in the program. We hope all participants appreciate both the stories and friendships that will last forever. Let's read more into it.
Read for a Lifetime is a reading program sponsored by the State of Illinois, the Secretary of State's office. And what it is a list of 25 books that librarians and teachers vote on across the state. And students, all they have to do to participate is read 4 of those books throughout the school year. And if they do, they earn a certificate, plus a bunch of prizes from us at the port and everything like that.
A little camera zoom in this nice little tote bag. Pretty cute. Okay, then we got a nice little goodie bag, if you will, of candy.
There's usually some graphic novels on the list. There's usually some nonfiction. Sometimes there's classics on there. But you're gonna get books from romance, you're going to get horror, mystery, thriller, sci-fi, all kinds of different titles on the list. Read for a Lifetime started 4 years ago here at Lockport, and we started with 8 students participating, and then this year, 4 years later, we had about 115 students total. It's a really sort of like low pressure environment. If you are already an avid reader, it's really good for you. If you aren't, that's okay too. It's a good way to explore a bunch of different books that you might not have otherwise been exposed to. Beyond that, like that kind of community of readers that we're building, it's definitely looks good on like college applications because you're going above and beyond what you're expected to read during school. I think it helps us become better independent thinkers, critical thinkers, creative thinkers. Reading independently is one of the most important things that we can do.
I think it's a great way to get people together and read as a group. I think it was a fun experience to gather with all my friends and read.
If you read all 25 books, you get a separate certificate that acknowledges that. Plus, our students that did it this year at the Central Campus, they each received $25 gift cards. This year, for the very first time, we had a student read all 25 books all 4 years. This is the first time because we started the program 4 years ago. So that's Wazira Shikoni. She's a senior now, and that's a really awesome accomplishment. That's 100 books outside of what you are reading for school during your high school career. And I think that's something that we should really be encouraging and applauding and supporting. If we can get behind this program, then hopefully that leads to other programs, and we're known as a school that reads. That's what I want for our students, because I know that it's actually empowering. Like once you become a reader and you know you're a reader, no one can take that from you, and it helps you question, it helps you think, it helps you feel connected to the world, it helps you learn new things. So that's why it's so important. It's like one of the most important things to me.
For our featured story, our Lockport community had their annual Strike Out Cancer fundraiser on May 17th, in memory of our lost loved ones, Connor Christian, Courtney Schoolcraft, and all of those who have sadly passed away from cancer. To raise awareness, all proceeds from the raffles and donations from the event were donated to cancer research and scholarships.
Hi, I'm Isabella Potter, and I am here with the Porter Broadcasting Network. Today we are at the Strike Out Cancer softball and baseball games.
Basically what it was designed to do is encompass baseball with a cause such as bringing awareness to a disease that is taken a lot of loved ones that have left us.
Being a player, it's something we can provide great games for the people to come and watch and just to come and support something that's bigger than us. And I think we always find ourselves getting caught up in ourselves, and our role today as a player and as a teammate, it's just to be here to help support the community.
And yeah, we got involved I think 4 years ago, and we started with CC2, and then we started involving Courtney Schoolcraft Foundation as well, and it's been really cool to see the community all come together and support a really good cause.
This event to me is amazing. It touches our heart. My husband was diagnosed with brain cancer. So he's doing strong, doing great, but this is very close to our heart.
I just love that the volunteers come here with a big smile on their face and willing to help. So there's that happiness, but also when you see all the players with the names on their back, it brings huge meaning to it.
I have Courtney Schoolcraft on the back of my shirt, who was one of my friends while I went to here at Lockport. She passed away last year. and she's one of the people that we're raising money for. And also with CC2, I went to school with Connor's older sister since kindergarten, so I know the family very well, and it's just it hits home for me because it's people from our community and some of my friends, so it really means a lot.
It's a lot bigger than baseball. Today is about the name on the back of the t-shirt. Okay, whoever we decide to honor because we lost those people to this horrific disease, it's about them for this day. So again, we do our best every single day to play for ourselves and our teammates, but today it's kind of a combination of playing for somebody else that is no longer with us. So it's just a tremendous event, and I love it every single year. It's just fantastic.
I think it's great lessons to just see that, you know, parts of life are bigger than just playing softball or baseball. It's about your community and coming together to, you know, raise awareness and money and everything to help stop this from happening to anybody else.
My name's Ryan Christian. I'm the president of CC2 Forever, and I'm Connor Christian's older brother. Yeah, CC2 Forever started actually the day that my brother passed away. A bunch of his teammates in the LTHS community gathered at Flank Field, and actually the way we got our name was on the scoreboard. They had CC2 Forever up in like the score lights. So yeah, that was a really cool moment for us. Just on the day that we lost Connor, we felt like we had to do something to give back to the community that stepped up for us. Along the entire way, we've had tons of community support, whether that's from LTHS, the high school, or just the people in our neighborhood, Connor's friends, our families, all that.
The goal of it is to raise awareness and research funds for brain cancer. And then we also want to give back to the community, so we give high school community-based scholarships to deserving seniors that we feel like remind us of Connor.
Yeah, so the cool thing about Strikeout Cancer was like it was going on even before my family was involved. It was actually started by the Staley family in honor of Mark Staley, I believe in 2012. So when I was an LTHS baseball player, I actually played in Strikeout Cancer. My sister, Paige Christian, also played, and my brother played. So that was, you know, it was cool that it was a pre-existing thing, and everyone was gracious enough to kind of hand it over to our family after we lost Connor.
Oh gosh, the people. I love seeing the crowds, just the support. I feel like Lockport is a family. We felt like a family when we were on the baseball team, and just seeing everybody, it's just the most amazing thing.
To discover more about Strikeout Cancer, check out the CC2 Forever Foundation on Instagram or Facebook.
Now, let's send it over to Robert for Lock Sports.
Thank you, Brianne. With the school year coming to a close, most sports are finishing up their seasons. However, baseball, softball, and volleyball are still going on. In baseball, the Porters went 2-3 this past week with a win against Lincoln Way East with a score of 8-3 on May 16th. And then another win came against Andrew with a score of 2-1 on May 19th. Alternatively, the Porters lost to Minooka by a score of 9-7 on May 17th. On May 24th, the Porters lost to Montini Catholic by a score of 5-4 in an extra inning showdown. Finally, their last loss came to Andrew with a large run difference of 6 as the Porters lost 11-5. The Porters baseball team will host the sectionals and regionals at Ed Flink Field. Porters softball went 5-0 this week, an undefeated week. They started on May 16th with a win over Lincoln Way West, 4-1. They then racked up 2 more wins on May 17th, starting with Minooka, 4-1, and then Yorkville, 1-0. A couple hours later, on May 20th, they claimed another win over HF, 8-2, before ending the week with a win over Andrew on May 22nd, 7-5. Their next game will be on Tuesday, the 27th, against Thornwood. Rounding out our remaining still live sports is boys volleyball. They played 2 games this week, going 1-1, starting with a loss to Lions 2-0 on May 19th, but they picked themselves back up to claim a 2-1 victory over Andrew on May 22nd. Now for the in-season recaps for spring sports at Lockport. Boys lacrosse ended the season with a record of 11-7, placing third in the South Suburban Conference. Girls lacrosse finished with a 12-7 record, placing second in the Southwestern Conference. Boys tennis had their final match last week, and we are waiting to see who makes state. In girls soccer, the Porters finished 18-4, placing first in the Southwest Suburban Conference Blue Division. The girls water polo team finished with a record of 14-10, placing fourth in the Southwest Suburban Conference. To round out the spring sports, boys water polo ended this season with a 7-20 record, placing fifth in the Southwest Suburban Conference. Congratulations to all athletes this year on their great seasons, and we wish all seniors good luck on their future endeavors. My name is Robert Ryan, and this was Lock Sports.
Thank you, Porter community, for watching. This is our last episode of the 2024 to 2025 school year.
Have a great summer. See you next year.